Wingers.
The professional wingers, you got it. Hi, everybody. I think we are live, except I've lost us, so that's all right.
Cool. It's a good way to start.
There
I'm
we
running
go.
late. You've lost us already. It's
I
good,
know.
guys. It's a Friday.
It's gonna be a good night. Okay, I can see it. I can see it again, and I can see some comments. So, welcome everybody. I'm Louise from Wildflower Wool, and of course, should be Thursday, but it's Friday. We had to reschedule a little bit this week, so the first
Works for me.
yeah. Well, that's good. Got to be a little flexible sometimes, right?
Oh, I've got two sets of friends in town. One from BC, and then Diane and her husband visiting this week. So we were able to get together and do a dinner with our BC friend who's in town. So I wasn't initially going to be able to join because we were doing this on Thursday. Then you had to reschedule. That's why I was like, sure. But to Friday, no
then that worked
biggie.
perfect.
I got to go for a dinner yesterday. Hi, Daisy.
Daisy's here. Yeah. So anyway, so we're here Friday night, which is like totally gonna mess me up because it feels like it should be Thursday, but it's not. It's Friday. It's the weekend, everybody. So what
yesterday.
To be yesterday. Then on YouTube on a Friday night with our knitting and our knitting friends.
It's thrown my week for a loop. I don't know what to do. All day yesterday and all day today, I'm so terribly confused. I was like, oh, what am I going to listen to tonight? And I'm like, wait a minute. No. I've got the thing tonight because we changed it from yesterday.
I know, right? And I just walked through the door like literally 6 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So I am here. So not, anyways, it's here. I'm here. It's hot. We were just chatting before we went live about you are like melting where you are. Oh, you're super, super hot here. Whew.
We're heat warning. We're almost at the end of the first 24 of 72 hours for the heat warning as it stands right now. Guys, we've been rocking 30 plus degree heat with the humidex since last week in Manitoba. Today's high was 38 with the humidity.
That's brutal. That's brutal.
Everybody I know is hiding in the basement and checking in on me because I'm in an apartment. There's no basement to go hide to. To which my reply is, me and my cat live in front of the AC unit. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's in the living room. It's pointed at the couch and the coffee table. She sprawls on the coffee table. I sprawl on the couch, and we just chill.
Stay cool.
Chill.
So is everybody else? I see. So we've got some people coming in here. So I'm assuming probably everybody is dealing with probably crazy heat wherever you are too.
Well, the East Coast's on fire.
Yeah. It's
welcome to extreme weather. We were warned this would happen. And look, here it is. There it is.
And here I am knitting on one of the hottest projects that I could possibly have. 100% bulky wool in 30 plus degree temperatures. But
I mean, to be fair, you chose it.
I know. Because
you gave us a curated list to vote from, and we voted, and you had that as an option. So
I was supposed to have this done back in the winter time. That'll teach me. So, okay, so if anybody is new here, I think anybody I see in the comments is our regular knit night crowd. But if anybody finds us, just kind of randomly searching YouTube for knitting, Jocelyn and I are here typically the first Thursday of every month, and we have goal knitting that we've picked from the month before. Sometimes we pick our own goal projects, or sometimes you guys vote for what we should work on. And then the following month, we try to work on those and either finish or make progress or whatever we've said the month before. Then we show up here to see if we accomplished any of that, or maybe none, because, knitting's supposed to be fun. So sometimes we just say, nah, not feeling it. Sorry. And we work on something totally different.
We've absolutely done that.
We have done that because, knitting is not supposed to be work. You have to like what you're knitting on, right?
Well, I work knit, but I like what I do, so it's fine.
But, I think we've all had that where you start a project and then all of a sudden it becomes work and then it's not near as fun.
Yeah, there's sometimes where I do stuff and then I'm like, and I'm over it.
Yeah, I know. I have a friend who somebody gave her a project. I think it's a pair of slippers that they're like, as soon as people know you knit, they bring out things and it's like, can you repair this? Can you fix this? Could you re-knit this? And she had said yes to this project, and I think it was re-knitting a pair of slippers for somebody's family member. And now she's wishing, I think, that she hadn't maybe
Agreed.
because now it's like, oh, and then you feel like the pressure, like there's a deadline and somebody's waiting, and then that makes you want to cast it on even less. So
here's what I'm looking for. It occurred to me I didn't open the pattern that I wanted to check. Oopsies.
Oh, okay. So while you're looking for that, I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to see who is all here tonight. Liz and Sally, Diane, Tracy, Katie, Alyssa. Oh, Alyssa says it's only 23 degrees in San Jose.
Treja.
Oh, and no humidity.
Treja.
So that's, yeah. Enjoy. Hi, Nikki. Oh my gosh. Nikki says less than 10 degrees.
Treja.
What? All right. We're all coming to Nikki's house.
Oh,
my pink bathtub. Oh, so my pink bathtub. I love your name. So is Diane from Winnipeg?
Hi.
So are you like melting too, Diane? Hi, Sam.
I'm melting.
So there's a new Diane. That's wonderful. Okay, so let's see. Oh, Mary is here. Liz, Sam, Sally. Yeah, so my pink bathtub, I think, is Diane. Am I right? Yes, I'm Diane too. So we've got 2 Dianes. And sometimes we have another Diane. So there could be 3, which will be interesting.
Potentially.
Oh yeah, Kim says, hi, Louise and Jocelyn. Hot and super dry in Northeast Ohio. No rain in over 2 weeks. Yeah, we haven't had any rain here either.
The rain doesn't make the humidity go away for us right now, so the rain doesn't help.
No, but it would help with everything, like farmers' crops. My brother's a farmer and they've had no rain, so wait, there's a slim chance of some thunderstorms overnight, but I don't know. I'm not holding my breath. Oh, we got Paula is here and Jen. And Charlie, 31 degrees in Ohio. Yeah. So see, Ohio and where I am in southern Ontario, I think we typically have pretty much the same weather. Oh, Diane. So Diane, my pink bathtub, she just started a YouTube channel too. That's awesome. So Diane, is it knitting or crochet?
Or is it about pink bathtubs? Because I need to know.
I know pink bathtubs makes me think home decor, decorating.
Pretty good. All right, I figured out where I am in the pattern. We can continue and I don't have to stare at my screen so close.
Okay. Alyssa. Oh, Alyssa wants to do a knitting podcast. Oh my gosh, you should totally do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The more the merrier, right?
I always encourage people to do knitting podcasts because then you will understand how much work it is.
It is a lot of work. It is
a commitment.
It is a big time commitment, for sure. You have to love it. Yeah, it's so fun. And the community, I mean, really, I had a yarn shop owner ask me one time, she's like, why do you podcast? And I'm like,
it's the people. It's the people.
I said, it's so fun. And it's the community that you build.
Yeah, it's the friends that you meet.
Yes. Oh, my pink bathtub is knitting.
Perfect.
Etc. Oh my
God. Can we find you under my pink bathtub?
Is that what it is? My pink bathtub? Is that what the YouTube
Is that what it is? Because I gotta Google you afterwards.
I know. I love that.
Because I'm like, I really, really need to know.
Oh, okay. So Diane, I just want to keep saying my pink bathtub because I love that. But it's Diane. So Diane says she's just learning, have a long way to go. Well, you know what? The best way to do it is
just do it.
Jump in and do it because it is a big learning curve and you just learn as you go. And you know what? Just roll with it because there will be times you will have tech issues. You will have the lighting will suck, the volume. I don't know. I've had every possible thing go wrong. Oh my gosh, I feel like I better not talk about that because we'll have our internet will suddenly crap out on us here. But you know, you just go with it because yeah. And especially when you do lives, you're open for anything can happen. And you just
My favorite is editing, and then I export the video, and then all of a sudden the sound's just gone. No reason. It's no reason. I have to restart the edit from scratch because wherever the file is gone, I
yeah,
can't find it.
editing takes a long time.
Usually the average is like 2.5 to 3 times the length of any podcast you see is how much time most people put in for basic editing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The uploading time can take forever.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
but anyways, but it's fun. And we all do it
As
because
we sit here extolling the work part.
but then there's the fun part because you get to meet all these wonderful people and you all get to sit and talk about what you love. And for us tonight, it's knitting.
Yay.
So we each had a goal for this month.
It's true, we did. We do
So
every month. This is the norm.
So my goal for this month is the same as last month because last month I did not finish. So I have this sweater. Okay. And just as you can see, I'm knitting on it. It's not done.
Jeez.
But I'm close and I have a very good reason why. Okay. So I was supposed to be finished this sweater.
You had you were over half done. You had your back panel done, your front panel. Half of the sweater was finished.
Oh yeah.
But I forget what half though.
Okay, so I was supposed to finish the sweater. Yeah, and I did say the F word. I gotta stop doing that. I know
voluntarily. We didn't even egg you on, really.
I know, because you guys, I get so over confident. I don't know, excited. I don't know what the word is.
I feel like we need to get you attending mine and Diana's whip sprints on the last Saturday of the month to help you understand exactly how long 25 minutes is.
I know. I look at it, oh, that won't take me long. Okay, so I'll tell you my story here in a minute. So what was your goal? Was your goal just
oh my god, did you just divert so you didn't have to talk about it? Just throw me under the bus. I feel very under bussy right now.
Okay, but I want to know. So I did not get my goal finished. What about you over there?
Well, my goal was progress. So long as I knit even one row, which we've known me to fail at, guys, I've failed to cast on to count as progress. Yes. Some months have not been good months for me. My goal was to make some progress on my Star Trek colorway themed Find Your Fate, and it's going to be my second Find Your Fate shawl. So I've already made one already.
Yes. And so you made progress?
I did make progress. Yes.
Okay, so you get a big gold star, and I honestly am not that far. And, not that I have to justify it because, if it's done, it's done. If it's not, it's not. Nothing's coming crashing down. But I'm really, really close, and I may get it done yet while we're chatting.
Oh, it's a 7-fingering weight skein shawl. There was absolutely no way I was putting a finish when I was back in color 1.
Oh,
I wasn't even done color 1. Absolutely not. That would have been crazy talk.
That would have been crazy. But you have done, well, I don't know. I was gonna say you've done crazier things, but maybe not. You have done some very crazy things.
I have occasionally started and finished a blanket in a week on Diana.
Yeah, so
I have been known to secret cache things and to pull out a full finished object just to watch her face.
Yes.
For everybody who's new, I actually co-host a knitting podcast called Northern Knits, and my co-host is Diana. We're very good friends, and she lives in Waterloo, and I live here in Winnipeg. So we talk every week, and I love making the blue screen of death appear, which is when she raises her eyebrows because she can't believe I just did a thing. Shock and surprise knitting is not uncommon for me. Big goals, guys. I believe in big goals.
Absolutely. Big goal. I mean, yeah, if you don't reach for the stars, right, then you never make it.
You won't know till you try.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I will admit, okay, so yes, so let's go back to my project before we see your find your fade.
Yeah.
So this project was like originally supposed to have been my 2-week sweater back in February.
Yes, it was.
Or no, it was my whole
Was
month.
it your month?
It was my whole
Yes,
month one.
because your
which is
2-week
even
one was the
worse.
striped one where you were going to
Yeah.
randomize the stripes of the yoke.
Yep.
Right,
So
right,
that's
right.
even worse. I had a whole month to do this. And it didn't happen. And then last month I was supposed to work on it or finish, I don't know, and I didn't because I don't know, I got distracted. I don't know. Anyways, this month I didn't work on it as quickly as I should have, but that was all right. This week I figured out, I measured my front panel because I had the one panel already done,
Yeah.
like here. This is the one that was started as a vest. And then
you changed your mind.
Yeah, and then I added little sleeves on it.
Mhm.
So I had one panel done. So then I had started the second one, but then set it aside because, you get distracted. And so on Monday night, I'm like, oh, darn, where am I on this project? So then I measured and thought, okay, I know how many inches I have to knit every night so I can get this done for Friday. And I was on track. I was on track. When I woke up this morning, I was actually ahead of schedule. But what I needed to do is I just needed to knit on it today to get the last few inches done on it.
Okay.
And I didn't. I still have my right foot in a cast. So I still cannot drive. And I had a friend call me this morning and said, hey, I have to go out and do some shopping. Is there anything you need? I can come pick you up. And I'm like, oh, yes. A ride, get out of the house, go do some, some errands that I need to get done. I took her up on that. And I'm like, I thought, well, maybe we won't be long and I'll be able to come back and knit before. And no, we didn't. We got home at like 7:15, 7:20.
Yeah.
She dropped me off.
Never works that way.
No. So when I thought, well, I am not getting my sweater done. And I estimated that I have about an hour and a half worth of knitting or about 14 or 15 rows left to do.
So you're like super close.
I am super close. So I'm just going to, and it's just plain stockinette with a little bit of ribbing on the edges of on the cuff of the sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking if we chat long enough, I may get this done. Now, of course, I will not have sewn it up, but
that's fine.
That's fine. I can do that tonight. So I am close. I am really, really close to getting it done. Okay, I see people are chatting about chickens.
Sure. They're a poultry item. We eat them.
Okay, Diane, my pink bathtub Diane says, I'm knitting chickens, don't ask.
Okay. Oh, yeah. There's I watch who's phoning me? I'm busy.
You can't say I'm knitting chickens and don't ask me because the obvious next question is
the corner of Knit and Tea knits chickens for somebody. I don't remember who. Guys, my memory not. I will remember your knitting projects. I will never remember your name or your birthday. That's just how my brain works. Because I'm fascinated with some things and other things just don't stick. So I've heard of knitted chickens before. They look so cool. I have no interest in knitting a chicken. It's not a thing for me. I don't wake up in the morning and go, man, what I need in my life is a knitted chicken.
I know. Okay, I'm scrolling back in the comments. So when I get a scroll forward, we'll see what Diane says about her.
Absolutely.
About her knitting chickens. Okay.
But yeah, I've heard of it before because a corner of me knit and tea, corner of tea and knit. Oh man, I've known her for years. This is awful. I am not the best natural influencer or networker on the planet.
That's
just start making notes.
That's all right. Oh, hey, Susanna. Oh, okay. I gotta go way back here.
Way back. Oh dear.
Okay. Susanna's here. Okay, Diane says I'm just owning Susanna, Sam, Alyssa. Oh,
Yep.
Alyssa, the name is Spartan Huskies Knits. Oh, is that actually your channel, Alyssa?
Spartan Huskies knits.
Spartan dot Huskies. Is there dots in there? No, there's no dots.
There's no
Sorry.
dots. Okay.
No, my eyes. It's the heat.
Spartan as in like sparse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spartan.
Spartan Huskies.
Huskies knits.
Okay.
Okay, we'll have to go check that out. So, and then Diane says I will do a video on why it's my name. Pink bathtub. Okay, there's got to be a good story there. I like that.
Hey, my online name is Amber Dragon.
Oh,
Where is it?
Sally just subscribed to Diane's channel and will watch her videos later. That's awesome.
Wonderful.
Okay, and Diane said this group makes me knit and be active, which is why I keep coming back. Plus, it's a great group of people. It is a great group of people. I think so.
We're all very encouraging of me and Louise and crazy goals.
And great goals. And we
Blitz.
have a crazy thing. Yeah, to talk about. So Diane, so you can, so new Diane, Jocelyn said that yes, you can find her over on Northern Knits podcast. And then I am also the co-host of the Fiber Friends podcast, which is on Saturday mornings. So
we're all over the place. And I've hired a summer intern.
Oh, really? That's exciting.
Well, everybody keeps bugging me about doing videos and talking about going blind because that's a process.
Oh,
and I keep going, I'd love to, but I'm literally maxed for time. I'm one of those people you book in advance because I'm usually busy. And I like it that way. That is how I prefer to be. So I talked to my niece who's 16 and went, do you want to learn how to do social media marketing? Because it's something you enjoy doing online stuff. And she went, yes, I do. So I'm going to teach her this summer. So if it goes well and she picks it up as fast as she has been so far, I will be able to give her some of that work, which means I can then start doing videos about going blind.
Oh, Jocelyn, I think that's an awesome idea because I think you should, because that will really help some other people who are just
just as a way of exposing people who don't have the knowledge so that you've got that skill set. So I'm like, yes, that I can do. I literally need to carve some time out. It's step one, hire intern.
Yes. Well, there you go.
Acquired.
That's good. I'm happy to hear that. Oh, Tracy, she doesn't want a podcast. She just wants to watch. That's fair.
It's not for everybody, and that's super cool. It's not a thing we all need to do.
Yep. So, and Nikki is here. So Nikki knits. Nikki is a designer, just like I am, and Jocelyn is. All of us are. And Nikki says she edits out 2 to 3 hours of stuff from my podcast sometimes. And it can be a bit of a job. Uploading can be a nightmare, Nikki says. Yes, it can. Paula says I only have one thing on my channel. Oh, a yarn festival I went to, and it was really hard, and I never wanted to do it again. Okay, Paula, I didn't know that you had a channel. Yeah, and it is. If the tech stuff isn't your thing, that's why sometimes just doing lives is a whole lot easier because you avoid all that uploading, editing stuff.
I think you do the live so you can avoid the editing.
I do. On my Monday night, Wildflower Wool. I do because I typically, when I don't have broken bones, I work 12-hour day on Mondays and then come home, and then I was recording a podcast and then editing, and I was up till after midnight. And then after a while I was like, yeah, we're just doing lives. So anyways,
I'm allergic to air. So editing is my friend. I can cut out a lot of sneezing.
Oh, Alyssa's working on a green lacy cashmere shawl.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Nice. So Alyssa, is this going to be your entry for the Fiber Friends? Oh no, lace.
Lace was last month. We're in a new month.
It's June. It's a get her done month.
It's a get her done month for you guys.
Right on. Oh, Diane is casting on a lace weight crescent shawl. Oh, for your hospital visit project. There you go. Good luck with that, Diane.
I haven't posted the options for my craft off for Sunday's voting. Whoops.
Oh, you need to
I'm
do that.
taking Instagram photos after this, folks.
Okay.
It's too hot to think.
Oh, no kidding, right? Okay, Diane says I love chicken. Oh wait, my comments went bonk. Here, hold on. I got it back up. Okay, I saw Diane said something about loving chickens. Hi, Catherine. Let me see. Did I miss that? Love. Okay, Diane, love chickens. Have to knit my chicken door stopper over the summer. That sounds
Ooh,
like a fun project.
that would be a fun project.
Oh, I make those in mittens too, like the door stoppers. Is that what you're talking, or is that one of the other projects?
My grandma used to have animal door stoppers. She also had a farm. It's like a thematic.
Oh, okay. So Diane, new Diane is saying, I'm doing a market next weekend, chicken days in Oak Bank. Hence knitted chickens.
Insulation. Yeah, no, that would make
Wow.
sense.
That makes total sense. Total sense.
Next weekend, I'm in Bigger, Saskatchewan. That's right. There's a place
Are
in
you?
Saskatchewan called Bigger. It's the Bigger Fiber Fest. It's an hour outside of Saskatoon. So me and Aaron of Fireweed Fiber Co. are going to go up and stay with my parents, and we're going to do the show and then put her home.
Oh, it's the show already?
Yeah, it's a fiber show. Yeah.
Fantastic. Oh, Alyssa says I didn't make the account. Oh, but that's so the Spartan Huskies knits, that's going to be your account when you get around to doing it. Oh, Diane says my podcast days, so not pink bathtub Diane. Other Diane says my podcasting days are over. Listening is much better. There you go. You got to do what makes you happy, right?
It's less stressful. You know what's stressful? When you don't have your ball wound up really well into a cake and you get this coming on.
Oh,
because you've got some loose in there.
That's stressful. Does anybody have any good poncho patterns? New Diane. And just you're forever going to be known as New Diane. I pink bathtub Diane says, I want to make a pink poncho. Any good pattern recommendations?
Ponchos are tricky. Yeah, which seems silly to say.
Oh, am I at the end of the
but
right.
Most of the fit in your ponchos relies entirely on where it hits you in the shoulders and how long it is, on whether or not it'll look good on you. So it is absolutely determined by the length of the poncho in your neckline, where everything sits, right? Because if it sits wrong, it looks too tight. If it sits too far down, it looks very, very sloppy and it doesn't look cute. It sits too short, and then it looks like you didn't make something correctly sized for you. So then it looks like you're wearing a kid's poncho instead of an adult sized poncho. Ponchos are a lot trickier, I think, than people give them credit for. Like, look,
this is I have never made an adult poncho.
I own ponchos. I have ponchos. I love ponchos.
I made them,
but they're very tricky to find a fit. What 3 just random loops of no wonder I'm having problems.
Oh, Diane says I never make garments. Okay. Well,
I love garment making.
Yeah. I mean, Ravelry searches are always a good
way to start.
Yeah. See what you like the look of, check and see people's other projects that other people have made. Check for any comments.
Yeah.
So is there a measurement guideline for ponchos?
They usually just do by bust or like small, medium, extra large, which tells you nothing.
Yeah. Yep. Other Diane says, good patterns on Ravelry. Yeah, there'll be lots. There'll be tons to look at. I mean, ponchos take a lot of yarn. There's a lot of knitting in a poncho.
A lot of knitting in a poncho.
No sleeves, but
don't take us as being judgy, guys. We're contemplating doing a capelet race. Capes also take a lot of yarn.
Yes. So
do you want to see my shawl?
Yes, let's talk about your shawl before we get into the capelet.
I'm into color 2. I'm just about ready to join color 3.
That is so pretty. Oh, nice.
And the only colorway name I remember is this first one called Blood Wine.
It's gorgeous.
So it no longer looks like a sumo wrestler song.
Yeah, I know it does. I know.
Looks like an undergarment when you start this one, guys.
It does.
So my rows are starting to get beefy. And they're
Yep.
gonna keep getting beefy,
You're getting some length on there, aren't you?
which is good. But I'm excited. So I'm hoping to be able to keep plugging away at this and then finish it up in the fall
Yes.
so that I can, wear it.
Have it to wear. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Oh,
So
well,
I don't
good.
remember what color B is. I'm sure
Good.
Erin will tell me and then I will promptly forget. This is all Fireweed Fabrico yarn because I'm in love with Erin's Fireweed Fabrico yarn.
Yes, you
It's
are.
so
You
squishy.
tried.
So good. So I'm about to attach color 3.
Yes, Diane, Jocelyn's shawl is it's fingering weight, right?
Which one? Almost all of my shells are fingering weight.
Yeah, the one you're working on, your Find Your Fade. That's
The Find the
top.
Fade is fingering weight, yeah.
Yeah. So Nikki said, yeah, so Nikki had test knitters working on a swan show last year. So
Yes.
Nikki said she's hoping to release it this summer. 7 sizes and notes how to make it if you're taller, but slimmer or shorter, bigger chest or tummy. There you go. So there's lots of options. Nice. Sleeves are optional as well with the swan show. Yeah, that's always that's a fun
Yeah,
yarn.
swan show's like half sweater, half poncho.
Yeah.
Is that what a swan show means?
Poncho with sleeves. Yeah. Something nice and Ooh, okay, so did I actually show you? See that guy? This is how long my sweater is. See?
Oh, it's
I'm
gonna be so good.
I'm almost done. I'm
It'll be
almost
so
done.
good. I have a long way to go. The Find Your Fade shawl is a 7 skein beefy shawl. She's a beast.
I started one, I don't know, like 5 years ago, whenever
Oh, I have a finished one.
I
And
never finished mine.
it's my go-to. It's the one I wear the
Is it?
most. Is the Find Your Fade shawl. Or like the two that I like that I've designed that I wear the most are like the Endless Summer Adventure shawl and Pi made me do it because they're just beefy, lacy, fun, drapey shawls. So like I wear them all the time. Those are my go-tos.
I did
Them-
Sam's reminding me that she sent me a picture.
Okay.
You guys all know Sam is like she's working on a dishcloth challenge this year.
She's working on a Jocelyn size dishcloth challenge.
Yeah. So look at this.
It's
So
intense.
and Sam likes to do illusion knitting, some really fancy cables. So there's a butterfly illusion.
Oh God, they're so good looking.
Yeah. So yeah, so excellent, Sam. Good work. Oh yeah, so you had appointment. Yeah, Sam's had her wrist is bothering her. So so I hope you got some good news about your wrist.
Reasonable news.
Hopefully they
Reasonable news.
said keep on knitting as much as you can because it's good therapy and good.
That's so not what's going to be happening with a wrist injury.
Well, you can hope. You can hope.
All right. One more of this color that I can add color. See.
Sam is very talented, Diane. Absolutely agree. She doesn't like doing anything simple. She always likes fun, challenging projects. So it's always fun to see the finishes. So I decided, so my yarn that I'm knitting with, look at, this is a good example here. Can you see that? See how thick that is?
Yeah, it's a
And
chunky.
then it comes down here. It's like really, really thin. It's very,
Thick thin.
yeah, very, very. So I thought this yarn is not going to be a good choice for trying to sew this sweater up. But I have yarn. I'm knitting our Knitting Guild's Afghan project that we're doing for this year. I'm knitting it in kind of this aqua bluey, tealy, greeny color.
You want to seam it up with that?
I think so, because it is the Impeccable. I think it's called Misty Blue.
Okay.
So it's a bluey green, like very similar to this. So I thought, it'll be close enough. I think I'll just use that to sew this up. And my plan is to get this pretty much finished while we're chatting here.
Okay.
And get it finished tonight. So I'll post some pictures on Instagram and Facebook and all the places just to prove that I did well. maybe I'll just, now as I'm saying that, I'm like, okay, seaming can take a little while, but I should hopefully get it done tonight. Or at least get the knitting done and a good start on seaming. It would be my plan. Hopefully get it done. If I try it on though, I'm afraid I will like literally melt, but
Possible.
I know, I think it's completely possible. Oh, we see. Oh yeah, Liz says Sam is the queen of dishcloths. That
She is.
is.
She totally is.
Okay, so so as I say, we both did pretty good on our challenges. You got a good chunk on your shawl done.
I did.
I'm super close. If I hadn't got distracted and went shopping this afternoon,
Fair.
I would have had it finished, but it's close enough. It'll get done tonight.
I
So
could've worked on this afternoon. I ate ice cream and napped on the couch instead.
good for you. I know, right? It's anyways, I'm happy because I'm like literally like that close to being done.
Oh yeah, you're a sneeze away from finishing.
I am. I think I'm on my 12th. I'm counting down. Earlier this afternoon, or maybe it was this morning, I counted and I had 23 rows I had to do. Now I'm doing the 12th last row. So
Yeah, no.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Liz says never say the F word. I know, but I know.
The thing is, the point of this challenge was to help her get through her whips so that she could have more finishes.
Yeah. So I'm supposed to try and
because if you guys think I have a lot of whips, I have nothing on Louise's pile of whips.
I've got a good stack. So this'll make me happy because this was a new start back in February. So this will be able to go on my whiteboard as a finish tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, Katie, that sounds exciting. Katie is going to go to a new to her knit shop tomorrow morning. Oh, for a knitting meetup. So you get to shop and sit knit with knitters. That's exciting. Have fun.
Jealous.
Yeah, that'll be lots of fun.
Sorry, it's that center double decrease.
Now with all this heat, I'm really thinking that I should be working on some summer. I've got a few summer tops on the go. Oh yes, I've got one over there. Yeah, that would be good. Something a little lighter weight than this bulky wool.
I usually set aside like 4 or 5 things for us to vote on.
Yeah.
To pick. But because in absolute passing, as a total side comment, I went, yeah, I'd join you in a capelet race. I didn't know if we were casting on capelets today. So I did no prep work because I went, I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, I don't know. I just there. My son is calling me. So let's let him know I'm busy.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what do we want? So we were talking, I got hooked on capelets.
You did.
No, I came across this really fun pattern. Has a nice ribbing collar, ribbed collar, neckline, with just plain raglan increases.
Yeah.
And some of them are done like as a yoke, round, but this was raglan increase, and I think that made a difference. So then I went on like a big capelet search, looking at all different patterns, and some capelets are knit as a rectangle, and then you just pull them around and like put a button on a sleeve, but so then your neck is very open like a boat neck, and I was like, no, I don't like that. So there's something about this one that has the round neckline with the ribbing. I don't know, there's something about it that I just absolutely loved. So then Jocelyn's like, ooh, we should have a capelet knitting race.
I have a cape pattern. It's called Midnight Slayer.
Yes, you said that.
I purchased it. It is beautiful. It's fingering weight. and it's lovely and moody, and it's got some color piecework in it, and it's got some lacing it. Well, I mean, you are knitting with more than one skein of yarn kind of color work.
Okay,
And I wants to make it.
I'm gonna see. Let me find Ravelry here.
I forgot to walk you through the prompts so that I could share screens.
I know.
Oops. I meant to do it because I know we've done it once, but my family's like, no, those instructions won't stick. It's only been a one-time thing. You can share because you're hosting the Zoom, so you can do it straight from your computer. You don't have to do it from your phone, but you have to give permission every time if you're hosting the Zoom call for other people to share their screens.
Okay. Well, I'm looking. Okay, here it is.
As a person who hosts Zooms regularly, the things you learn.
I know, and I've been so tempted every time I do a Zoom call. I'm like, oh, I should just try sharing my screen. And then I'm like, nope, because heaven knows what I'm sharing to who. And I'm like, no, I just need to, yeah. So I have not ventured into that yet. So we're just gonna look on my phone. So this here, it's called the Noel Capelet, is the one that I found. It's designed by Martin Story. And it's from a few years ago because, 2013, looks like 2013. It was in a magazine. And it's interesting because in the magazine picture, the neckline doesn't look as high up and as close as it does in this picture. But anyways, that's the one that I'm going to do. And it's with Aran weight yarn.
Okay. So
that's the one that I loved. So I don't know if you can find this pattern. I think it's just in the magazine. So it says, see something's interesting. On Ravelry, it says worsted. In the magazine.
Aran and worsted are so close.
Yeah.
They're so, it's the difference between sport and DK.
Yeah, which is not much.
It's, yeah.
But interesting. Okay, and what was the name of the one that you're doing?
I'll pull it up here since we're using our phones.
Okay. So does anybody else? Oh, Susanna's not feeling well. She's heading out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll hope
feel better soon.
Susanna. We'll catch up with you next week. Okay, so does anybody else feel like doing a little impromptu capelet knit along? So this could be our project for this month. We could start it and see what we get done. Oh,
that's the Midnight Slayer.
I gotta make you bigger here. Oh, so it's like a panel, like wedges almost. Oh, I like that. So
it recommends 3 skeins of yarn. Obviously they have yardages included, which is good. And actually what I need to do, fingering. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Not the button I wanted to push.
Do you know what color you're doing it in?
Nope.
Like Aran, like Fiberweed Fiberco yarn? Or do you have something different planned?
Different planned because I've discovered since a extravagant shopping expedition. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new sweater quantities of yarn plus extras. I spent some money. So I'm like, my non-Aran cube, yes, Aran gets her own cube. She gets her own cube. She almost has her own cube of DK at this point, but her fingering weight stuff has her own cube. I buy her fingering weight skeins all the time. I'm a member of her monthly sock club. I really love the saturation and color in her yarn. It is not faded or mellow or soothing. It is color.
Okay.
And I love it. I love rich, vibrant colors.
Yeah.
So, but my fingering weight cube of non-Aran yarn is full. I can't put my new yarn in there. So probably not Aran yarn because I literally need to make space.
So do you have yarn then already that you could put yarns together? Or you are gonna have to do more shopping?
I'm not gonna have to do more shopping. I certainly have enough solids and other things to pick from because when I buy, look, here's a different one so you can see the colors.
Oh,
So
yeah,
this is it's a Midnight Slayer, but somebody chose a different color palette for it, so you can see the pop
I like
a
that.
lot better. So
Oh,
absolutely lengthy story short, on the 20th of June, the summer solstice happens, and we do seasonal knit with us.
yeah.
Where you cast on something for the season for fun for yourself, and you just do. Apparently, I'm being texted. Just do it for fun. It's just a chill way of giving everybody an excuse to cast on something new. So I've been eyeballing maybe starting a lacy boxy or a tiny dancer, which are sweaters, finger weight sweaters,
Yeah.
nonetheless. They both call for well, you could do them in whatever you wanted. I want to do them so that the lace and the lacy boxies in a solid color, and then there's the solid color for the tiny dancer to separate the color blocking in it. So I know for sure I'm splitting up one of my sweater quantities worth of a solid color to make one of those two tops, which means I have skeins of solid color that I could use for a Midnight Slayer capelet.
Okay.
Do I know which one I want yet? No. No, I don't.
Got yarn ready for my pattern.
But I know I have some room to play with. So I'm going to probably actually take that dark blue here in the background as my start and find two variegated that go well with it and use that for the Midnight Slayer, because to me it doesn't matter if you visually lose part of the lace patterning at the bottom because it's a speckle or something, because I don't see it anyway. I feel lace, I don't see lace. So to me it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Gives me a bit of freedom to do things. So I'm thinking that blue, actually I can back up. Hang on, wait, I've got the pack. Like, here's an example. I know I just did a lace section.
Yeah.
I can't see it. I know I did it, so it doesn't matter. I don't have to stick quite as closely to recommendations for speckled or non-speckled yarns as other people do. Why? Nice.
Well, a couple people have answered about joining in with us here. I think it
Oh,
was
good.
Was it Liz? It was Liz. Liz says, nope, not interested in ponchos or capelets.
Just saying.
Nope.
Victorian walking skirt, pirate shirt top, because of that way you know what style of top I'm talking about, and capelet.
All goes together.
It's an outfit.
Oh yeah. All right. So
it's an outfit. It's also a look. I'm making a very distinct choice.
That's
as I sit here in my baby doll dress that I bought when I was 21 and I'm 40 and I'm still wearing it. It's short, guys. It's shorter than fingertip length. There's lots of leg going on underneath.
It's cool. That's what that tells me.
Yes. It is a wonderful, wonderful jersey knit that I need to do some serious visible mending on because it's overdue. And I'm thinking I'm going to embroider little daisies and stuff.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cute.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, it looks like we should all go check out my pink bathtub because Nancy said she saw Diane on Alice's podcast and says that Diane, you're very talented. So we'll have to go check out, which I knew.
Don't worry, Diane, I was going to come check you out anyway.
That's right. Yes, I know. But now you have a glowing recommendation. I mean, I'm sure you're talented. I mean, aren't we all? I mean, no matter what you're working on, it's always fun to see what everybody's doing. Nikki said, oh, Nikki's in for the capelet knit along. Maybe it's going to be the three of us. Nikki says, I have a little cape thingy I've wanted to make for years. Maybe I'll cast it on. Yeah, I think you should.
I'm being attacked by a box of scrap yarn. Hang on.
Oh, so what was it? Sam said she had good and bad news about her wrist. All right. Okay, so so Diane, you wanted to do a poncho. So, the poncho basically is a capelet.
A poncho is basically a capelet. Like I'd say a poncho counts as a capelet counts as a poncho because
I
they're
would too.
equivalent amount of knitting.
So we could do this this could be the four of us. If you find a pattern for your poncho, and rules around here are very loose, Diane. So, you're not held to anything. You can change your mind at any time. You can get it done. You cannot. It's absolutely fine. And so I guess, Jocelyn, what's the plan? Is that we're just gonna cast on, like tonight, tomorrow, next day, next week, week after, and come back the beginning. Oh my gosh, the first Thursday in July.
First Thursday in July, and I'm saying progress because it's a cast on, and I'm in the middle of stash dash, people.
Oh, I think we all need to say finish.
Are you trying to kill me?
We can no, yeah, progress, right? Because it's all about like your personal best, and it just motivates you to get started, really. Otherwise we'll be sitting here and I'll be talking about my capelet 3 months from now.
No. We need to cast on. Guys, I'm pulling yarn so we can pick colors. We need to cast on.
Yeah. Okay. We can cast on. Okay, so Sam, what is a capelet? A capelet is like a poncho, but it's not as roomy. Did you see the picture of what I showed? So it just goes over your shoulders and kind of down to your elbows. I mean, I might make I don't know, a little
4 socks worth of color work yarn so I can make Stardew Valley socks. Those I gotta cast.
Nice. Okay, let's see. There's some more comments here. Let's see here. Yes. Oh, Diane, that's a good way of putting it. A smaller version of a poncho. Yes. Capelets only cover top of your arms. Yes. So they don't kind of like ponchos lots of times come down like to your fingertips, wrist kind of thing. Capelet just comes down, to here, to your elbow, just kind of pulls over. Leslie Friend has a capelet she calls friend to friend, uses bulky yarn. Oh, that would be a quick knit then. Are you in, Nancy? Does that mean that's what you're casting on?
Okay, if we don't like any of these options, I can dip into Erin.
Oh, it doesn't cover my arms. What is this? Diane says, I love getting warmer by Especially Co. It's super fast and doesn't cover my arms. So what does it cover? Nikki said Monday. It could be a new start Monday. It could. It should be. You're right. See, I get distracted. I'm like, oh, I can cast on tonight. No, yes, slow down, Louise. New start Monday.
That'd be great because then you could post colors people to pick from. So you're starting the capelet, and then we can pick colors for you.
That's right. And I bought yarn. Oh, technically I bought 2 yarns for this project. One is the called for weight. One is a lot finer, which would mean modifications and adjustments. But I also might just go look at my stash too.
Yeah, your stash beats mine.
So I might look at my stash because I think the finer yarn that I have, I think I'm going to save that for something else. So I will do a little stash diving. Yes. So we can say, take the weekend to find some yarn, find a pattern, and then you can just start whenever. You can start tonight if you want. Oh, okay. So Diane says I won't be able to start any garment. Oh, until October, as you're doing scattered seeds, but we'll be watching what all you make. Okay, what is scattered seeds? Anyways, yeah, give us a little more detail on that. Well, that's all right. Then yes, for this round, you can just watch us. And Diane, just so you know, Jocelyn and I do a sweater knitting challenge.
In February.
Every February. So.
Which also started from a haphazard comment one of the 2 of us made. And it'll be year 3 this February.
I know. Be careful what we talk about because Okay, so Diane said about the capelet, it passes the shoulders midway to elbow sized. Okay. Oh, so when you said like it doesn't cover your arms, you're meaning like past your elbows, right? Gotcha. Gotcha. Getting
Ooh,
warmer
maybe.
is sort of, getting warmer by Espresso is sort of like the friend to friend one. Okay, so
Maybe.
there's ones that people could go take a peek for on Ravelry if you are,
Anybody want 16 feet of incredibly thick hair
no.
willing to trade? This point in the summer, I'm always willing to trade.
Yeah.
'Cause it's so freaking warm.
Oh, Sam says she's sticking with dishcloths. That's fine. You've got a goal. You need to stay focused on your goal, Sam.
I had a serious goal, man. I do not have that serious of a goal.
So I think it's back to 3, unless Nancy is casting on the friend to friend.
Oop, that's not the folder I want.
We'll see. It could be you, me, and Nikki.
That's fine.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that.
that's okay. And you guys don't have to. It can just be Jocelyn and I.
Absolutely.
Always want to extend the offer for people to join us because the more the merrier, right?
We love it when people join us in our crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Quick, how do you spell? M-I.
Post pictures on Instagram if you're going to do the capelet challenge with us, and then just tag me at Wildflower Wool and Jocelyn. You like Northern Knits podcast? Is that
Usually
a good one?
Northern Knits is the best way to get a hold of me.
Yeah.
Aha! Oh no, here. Live in the dress for a second. I need to blow a page up.
Oh,
This is
Diane.
why I have big boobs, right?
Oh my gosh. So Diane, you had hair all the way to your butt, and then are you saying you shaved it? That's a big one extreme, but it'd be so much lighter and cooler. Oh no, Nancy's saying no to the doesn't think this
No?
time. That's okay. We're like totally springing this on you. Had no,
Oh, heavens, this is not planned.
no,
This is not. No.
no. So, and I know everybody, we all have projects lined up, right?
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
Liz says she'll gladly cheer us on. All right. So I think Nikki may join us, and you never know. But maybe some people who catch the replay may be like, "Ooh, I've always wanted to do a capelet. I have yarn in my stash. I can cast on."
Oh, you can
Oh,
use
my
color
thought-
1 and color 3 can be the same color. And I could just make color 2, which is those little colored blocks at the top, a speckled. So I could do like, ooh,
Oh,
ooh,
yeah.
hello, hello, hello. What's your gauge? Your gauge is 22 stitches over 4 inches. Yeah, I could probably get that on a 4mm. We're close enough, it'd be fine.
You and your gauge.
Well, I get 20 to 22 stitches over 4 inches in a garter most of the time anyway on a 4mm. Sometimes closer to 20 to like if I'm knitting loose for me, it's 20 stitches. If I'm knitting snug for me, it's like 22, 23 stitches.
Yes.
But given that this is a capelet, I'd be fine if it's looser, like if it's a bit bigger.
I want mine
with more drape, I feel like that'd be okay.
I want mine to have really nice drape.
Yeah. So
Sure.
I'd be comfortable with that. That would be okay. Because it says it calls for fingering weight yarns of 400 meters per 100 grams. It says color 1 and color 3 can be the same colorway, and that they recommend. I don't know what pronoun they use. I recommend to use a solid or semi-solid colorway for the lace sections, which is section 3. They use a burgundy for color 1, a speckled gray for color 2, and a deep red for color 3. I could pull yarn out of my dress. Is that the microphone I tapped? Probably. I could use 2 of these Cascade Blue.
That's pretty.
And like pair it with like a light colored pumpkin. Or I've got I think this is eggnog. I'm gonna have to open up my magnifying app to see. or like my Midnight Cravings game.
Okay. Like
Like that would have some wonderful pop.
yeah.
So
Diane says, oh, she's gonna watch us as we note our caplets. She's purchasing yarn for the vintage challenge. I saw the sweater you posted, Diane.
what's
I-
the because are we doing that challenge?
Well,
Are
I
you
think we are.
doing that challenge?
I think we are. I know. So we were talking, was that Monday night? I think Monday night, and we were coming out
Yes. Yeah.
that we should do a vintage challenge for the Fiber Friends. So yeah, so I know Cheryl's been away camping. So and I have her in the comments
Camping.
here. Yeah, so she's been away. So unless she's watching us here tonight, she doesn't know that we have this planned. But I'm thinking it's kind of a done deal.
Surprise.
People were kind of excited for it, and I'm excited for it. And Diane already has her project picked out. So
Well, I mean,
think Cheryl will be fine with it.
being the history nerd that I am, archive.org keeps open source publications. So things that have been in print so long they're no longer considered copyrighted. And among some of their PDF files is a PDF file called V for Victory, which is literally printed during the World War.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's knitting patterns. You could knit it home to send to the troops.
Oh, yes, yes.
So it is old school knitting. It's all done on straight needles, which would be a challenge for me because I work on circulars. So it'd be very interesting to knit in pieces from an actual vintage pattern printout to see how much loss there is of assumed information, because patterns today do a lot of hand holding. We do a lot of explaining. Vintage patterns do not. They make a lot of, you know how this is done, so I'm not going to tell you. It's basic knowledge. And it is fascinating as from a historical perspective to take a look at it that way, because it's the assumed knowledge is what we don't have.
Yes, because I did, when there used to be a yarn shop in Elmer, I would go in there Saturday mornings, and it would be, sometimes it would be, I would have regular scheduled classes set up, and sometimes it would just be a drop in, bring your project, anything that you're stuck on. And lots of times people would come in with, like old, like some of them would be pattern booklets, or some of the other ones, the older ones that they were knitting from, and they would be stuck because like shaping, they'll tell you how to do on like a cardigan, the left front, they'll tell you how to do the neck shaping, and then when it gets to the other side, they just be like, reverse it.
Yeah,
everybody's like, oh, what?
Yep.
And yeah, so you have to, some of them you have to do a little investing, and some of the abbreviations and the wording is different. Yeah, so the vintage knitting challenge kit, half of it's going to be really deciphering the patterns in some cases,
which is the best part. That's the interesting part. That's the part that you want to have the challenge in, because how else do you grow if you don't challenge yourself?
Well, exactly. Yeah, so Diane's picked a 1923 sweater vintage pattern. So what does it say? Her pattern is a blip in a magazine. Yeah, because really, and really sweaters, you don't need a whole lot of information, really. Like it can just be a couple little paragraphs, and that could be your whole sweater. So Diane, you'll have to keep us updated as you're going along with it. And
this is 400 meters.
It'll be in August. Our vintage challenge is in the Fiber Friends podcast, and it's going to be in August.
See, now I'm torn.
Okay, what do you got? Is this what we need to start voting for you?
This would be really pretty as a vintage World War sweater, or like cable vest thingy. Like this would be super cute as a cardigan, that style kind of idea. But it would also be really cute as the main color for Midnight Slayer in 1980. Listen, we all know what's going to happen. Before August, I'm probably buying more yarn. Let's just, whatever. We're just going to I bought an entire sweater quantity of yarn just because of the colorway name. Made me happy. This is how I make decisions, people.
Totally, the names make a big difference.
It's called Slutty Pumpkin.
Who doesn't want to own that?
I had to get it. I had to get it. It was important. It was important.
Do you have it there?
No, I gotta show it off on Sunday. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
it showed up this week. So I got to show it off later.
So I saw, Jocelyn,
I'm with you.
Nancy Wheeler was talking only good things on her last podcast about Erin's yarn from Knit City, Montreal. She bought some very pretty fiber from her.
How can you not? Erin is also a delight, which is like an extra bonus, which is always a good thing. But it's gorgeous yarn. It's so freaking nice, and I know she's gonna kick me in the shins because I always talk about Black Emerald because it is my absolute favorite. It is so moody and so green and so black, like it is just so rich. And I know it's a lot of work to dye. I have a sweater quantity plus of it. Like it is. It's that or Magnolia, which is white with pink in it. That's what catches my eye on every one of her bases is Black Emerald and Magnolia. Hardcore, extremely different colorways, but it's the saturation that she gets in her dyes. And I love her aesthetic. Like I like the colors that she picks, that she gravitates towards too, that she likes to do. Sadly, she's not a Halloween fan, so like I don't get Halloween colors from her, which I think would be freaking amazeballs if she ever decides to do it. And I do egg her on all the time. I'm like, you can always just make a Jocelyn Halloween color. That'd be okay.
Maybe she'll surprise you one year.
One year it might happen for me. But like I got her Advent last year and it was freaking gorgeous. It was so pretty. And I just because you're never in doubt as what the color is. It's very clearly, and I partially because I'm going blind, partially because I've always preferred very strong colors. I gravitate towards her, Ginger Snap, Ancient Art Yarns, Arcane Fiberworks has started to catch my eye. Some of his colorways are quite saturated, so I feel like maybe I might buy one of his Christmas skeins this year. I don't really like a lot of people's spring lines. I find them too light and muted for my tastes. But I gravitate towards those super rich saturated colorations. And then I complain the whole time I'm knitting them because I can't see what I'm doing. I know how I got here. Like this is her Borg Sock Club colorway. I'm doing a sweater race with Diana right now out of this. I can't see half of what I'm knitting. I don't care. It's really pretty. I was working on it the other day and I was like, I need a sweater's worth of that. I'm like, I know. I'm happy to rib in that colorway and I hate ribbing. So that says something, doesn't it? I feel like I either got to go like reds and pumpkin colors or like blues and whites. What are we thinking? Blues and whites are like pumpkinies and reds. What are we vibing? Peeps, what are we vibing?
Orange, so oranges and reds or blues?
Well, there's this one which Diana bought me because it's my name.
Oh, well, of course you have to have that.
So I have to have that. But then I've got like a super old stash from So Into Knitting. One skein I gave away as a prize, and this one I kept for myself.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Like, isn't that gorgeous? And I've never found a project for it. And it would make great in that color work section. Color block section. I'm going to call it color blocks because it looks like it's little windows of the second color too in there. But then, you know, we've got Mammoth Studios, who's a Manitoba dyer. She's actually out in Brandon, I believe.
That's a pretty color.
I think Deanna's out in Brandon. I don't know if she's dying anymore or not. I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know. But then we got like Eggnog from Midnight.
Well, Nancy says reds and oranges.
Yeah, it's like
I
we've
kind
got
of like reds and oranges too.
Too. We're thinking kind of some moody reds, some moody-ish reds.
I do.
We could do that. Because it also helps narrow down my color choices because I'm rocking a lot. And again, we can pull from Erin. We can pull from the Erin cubby.
Okay, so Diane says, I love reds in winter. I like the second one.
The Dream colorway, yeah. Well, Dream's the name of the yarn. It's
Mhm.
the Jocelyn colorway.
I like that.
So I've got some spectacularly
Yes.
pretty reds and pumpkins and stuff. Like we could pick from these guys. And that's not even including the Jocelyn colorway.
Ooh, yeah.
These are pumpkins and reds. Like this is, I got this at it's called Gathering Threads now. It was the Edmonton, it used to be the Edmonton Fiber Frolic. They've changed their name.
Oh,
And this was Sea Panda. Yeah, Sea Panda. And she's new to me. So I got this beautiful red, white colorway that I haven't even worked on yet. Like that would be good in the in those little color blocks.
it would. It would.
I have a really old birthday present from Enchanted Grove. So this is alpaca. This is alpaca, guys. Like, look at this.
Ooh, that's nice.
And alpaca is okay for an outside kind of garmenty thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah,
This,
we really. Sam says red and orange. New Diane says pumpkin all the way. Katie says love
gotta love a good pumpkin.
pumpkin.
I don't know about yardage though, because it could be tight on yardage.
Hmm.
Which,
Oh, pumpkin colors and red. Nancy says I like the sea panda.
isn't it beautiful? And I haven't worked in it yet. We found her while we were there, and I was just like, okay, we need to get a skein of her yarn each and give it a go, because you don't know till you knit it.
So how many colors do you need to pick from then?
3. I just need 3.
You just need 3.
I just need
Okay.
3.
So is Jocelyn in there for sure? Sally says I love all the colors. I know, real.
It's hard, guys. It's gonna be hard.
Really, do we ever buy colors that are not pretty?
We don't.
No, so that's the thing.
Okay,
Is the
okay.
yardage okay?
Yes, this is the pumpkin alpaca from Enchanted Grove. And I've got 521 yards.
Nikki Lynn.
So this could be my main color, this pumpkin.
Ooh, okay.
And then
So that looks like an orange and green mix, is it?
yeah, that could be my color too.
Yeah.
Or we could do a stronger color too. And do the other. This pumpkin one is from have you ever seen my fancy ergonomic hooks that I have from Two Piece Hooking
Yes.
for crochet work?
Yeah.
This is the yarn that she dyes. This is her pumpkin yarn.
Okay. So were those our 2 pumpkin ones then?
These are 2 pumpkins. And if we pull out the Jocelyn Dream, we could have Jocelyn's Dream pumpkin capelet.
Ooh, that colorway looks pretty good, doesn't it, guys?
So that would work.
Oh, Katie says eggnog for the pop, which is what is. Oh, which one? That's not the eggnog one though, is it? That's the orange one.
Yeah, this is another Enchanted Grove in fingering. She's what she names her alpacas. Like I've helped at her booth a couple of times at the Manitoba Fiber Festival, and alpacas are just coolest freaking things.
They are wonderful.
They're just the coolest freaking things. I love her. She's just she's such a sweetheart. She's always very kind and gives me space to put my bag down, and that's a big thing.
Oh.
You're at a knitting show, having somewhere to put your bag.
For sure.
It's crazy. But yeah, no, she's got some beautiful stuff. I'm not sure. No, I don't think that was.
Sam, I saw your question, the Intarsia, and I think was it Liz? Somebody answered you. So I'll read it for you in case you missed the answer. It says ferrules you carry both colors in the row. In Intarsia you just knit one at a time. So yeah, so ferrule if you're going all the way around your whole project, but both colors. Intarsia is just like if you have a pumpkin on the front of your sweater and the rest is just plain.
I think these 3.
Those I like those ones. You switched out the red there, didn't you?
Well, I've got Jocelyn and then the pumpkin from Two Piece Hooking and then the pumpkin from Enchanted Grove. I mean, it'll probably be like that at the top and the red at the bottom.
Red at the bottom?
Because the red will be the lace section.
Okay. I mean, that looks really nice. I think that,
Because then you get a nice strong contrast going on. Even
yeah,
between the pumpkin and the Jocelyn. You can very easily tell the difference between the two. They're not super close.
hmm,
Then we get to call it Jocelyn's pumpkin capelet. And I do love a good name.
those look good.
I do love a good, and I've got enough yardage in these three.
Okay. Mine's not gonna be colorful, mine's gonna be, yeah, I think it's gonna just be a solid color.
Well, I mean, my pattern is meant to have colors.
Yes. Mine is not. But I'm gonna have to find out. I know I've got some gray. I don't have other.
So I think we'll do these, yeah, Jocelyn's pumpkin capelet. That's what we're gonna do. I don't know when I'm going to cast it on.
Yes, well, if you've got the yarn and you've got the pattern, you could start yours anytime, couldn't you?
I could.
Hmm.
I have a lot of skeins I have to put away. Okay. Which is good because I made space because I also got some fingering weight stuff from Ancient Art Yarns this past week. And I've got more fingering weight yarn coming to me. Of course I do. I'm not done yet.
Well, then get those 3 knit up into your cape and then make room for the new yarn coming in.
It also means that any of the whips I've got on the go right now, I can just pick up and work on and talk about for Stash Dash,
Mhm.
which is good. And for Get Her Done. So starting a new project this month works really well, I think. And it makes me feel better.
So Diane's asking me, how long will this capelet fall on you? I always thought a capelet was just half down the back.
It's only meant to go about elbow length.
Mhm.
Yeah. And that's all you want. Honest to goodness. I have at 1 degree Celsius gone walking around in a Regency era gown with just a medium weight wool floor length cape on and been quite comfortably temperatured. It is quite warm and it's quite cozy. In the case of capelet, I do want to wear it as part of a Victorian and Edwardian ensemble. So I will have on Union Jacks. I will have on a corset. I will have on a proper walking skirt. I will have on a proper shirt. Like I will have the proper undergarment function base layers underneath. So by the time I put the wee little capelet on, that's all I need because I'm wearing several layers. I'm in fact wearing more layers than most people do when they go out in December.
Wow.
Because your blue jeans are 1/4 of the layering I wear, 1/4 of it. So my legs are not cold.
Well,
I have no
can't
problems
wait
that way.
to see this whole ensemble here.
I ordered 8 yards of white linen. It's showed up. I'm waiting on my 8 yards of pumpkin fabric.
Wow, I think that's going to be fantastic.
And I've got 10, 12 yards of 2 different types of plaid. I also want to make into floor length walking skirts for the fall because I don't want to go back to pants. They're too thin and they don't keep you warm. So I don't want to do it. I want floor length walking skirts so that I'm warmer. I don't want a corset so that I stop having to wear a bra. And I can wear something comfortable as a foundational undergarment. Things I want that I'm working towards. I have my mock-ups done on my corset, so now it's just a matter of actually sewing corset. And now I've got the linen to make the Union Jacks that go underneath.
Okay, so you're well on your way then with this.
I'm well on my way.
So Diane said vintage capes have armholes.
Some of them do, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, new Diane says I would wear a capelet would just fall off, hence my poncho idea.
Yep.
So a lot of capelets are joined, so they're not just wrap around. Like I always think of a capelet as instead of like a shawl versus a capelet would either have a button or
It's got a closures that you can close it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know that's the thing with shawls, if you don't wrap it or tie it somewhere, you're always constantly
Arguing with it.
adjusting. Yeah.
Which
Oh,
I don't wanna
I'm
do.
under 10. I think if I was counting all my rows correctly as we were chatting, I've got 9 rows left to go. So,
I made some space in my cube.
because you could take out 3 skeins.
Because I took out 3 skeins.
Woohoo!
Well, if I finish the wood woes, which is really close to being done, then I've got the needles to cast on the capelet, which does encourage me to finish my wood woes. And I know Sherry would very much like me to finish my wood woes.
That's all I have left, you guys.
Oh God, you're so close.
Yeah, that's only
You're so close.
6 rows.
Because I'm
Maybe that's a lot.
definitely. So if you guys don't vote, you should vote. Because once a month, me and Diana post pictures of 2 projects to pick on for our secret crafting.
Mhm.
And I've got 3 options because Diana went knitting, so I'm gonna go crochet again. So I'm gonna post 2 of them. And I'm either posting my lacy petals and my summer breeze, or my spring mesh sweater. They're all crocheted sweaters. So I'm not sure which 2 of those 3 I'm gonna post, but I'm gonna post that tonight for options. And everybody can vote there too for things.
And this is on Instagram.
Yeah, it's on Instagram and YouTube.
All right.
Here in the YouTube community tab. Ta-da!
All right. We'll have to vote.
Things and stuff and things. Yeah, because we're live this Sunday and Diana's in town, so we're live in person this month. She's at a wedding tomorrow.
Okay. I just looked at my pink bathtub on YouTube or on Instagram.
God, I need to do that while I remember. My pink bathtub on YouTube or Instagram?
I looked on Instagram.
Okay. Is she
and
on YouTube?
I
Diane, are you on YouTube yet?
Oh, it's is it a toy? Yes, it's a doorstop. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. I love that. Love that. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, Sally said you could also use a shawl pin for closure. Absolutely, right? You could yeah, there's like lots of things, lots of ways. Capelets, shawls. Oh, Diane says my crescent shawl will fall, so I'm making it longer for extra half wrap. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that works.
Good, good.
Oh, I
Yeah,
found
Diane says,
you.
see the chicken hat. Love it. I did see the chicken hat. Okay,
And now we're following.
that's so fun. So fun. All right. Well, Diane, you will definitely have to let us know. So when was your market? Was that this weekend?
Next weekend, I think she said.
Next weekend? You'll have to come back and definitely let us know how you made out.
Oh, yeah.
with
Yeah,
your-
yeah. We're going to want to know.
Yeah, give us an update. Oh, okay. So my capelet, I'm going to take Nikki's suggestion because I
Do
really
it as a
should
new start.
make that
Yeah.
as my new start Monday. Well, oh, okay.
Because if you think about it, I can't cast on till after tomorrow afternoon earliest anyway, because I have to talk about it on the live on Sunday, sorry. Because I keep again, we're doing this not on Thursday. My brain very confused. Very confused. I can't cast on until after the live on Sunday because I'll talk about it there, then it disappears for the month. So what you guys see on the check-ins is what Diana sees afterwards. Like I don't touch the projects between them so that there's some continuity to it. So the earliest I can cast on a Sunday evening anyway. So if you're not casting on until Monday, we're starting at about the same time.
I have to rethink that. I don't know.
Do you have a plan for New Start Monday? Because you've started a lot of summer tops.
I know.
We need some finishes.
I know. Well, this will be a finish.
Good.
It's not summer, but it'll be a finish.
Yeah, halfway there.
Yeah, I may think about that. If I will do the capelet as something different, because why not? What's an extra new start? Yeah, I'll have to think about that.
I mean, you did get those new needles.
Diane, are we live every Friday night? No.
No.
Typically, Jocelyn and I are live usually about every other Thursday. 2
Roughly.
Thursdays a month.
Yeah.
The first Thursday
Middle-ish Thursday.
Yeah, depending on how many Thursdays there are in the month, but usually we go every other Thursday. So twice a month we are here. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm excited for this capelet. So what's the whole idea of the race? Are we just see who has the most progress done? See if anybody can potentially get a finish?
Yours is Aaron weight minus fingering.
Yeah, well, that was your choice.
I wouldn't ever wear an Aaron weight capelet, so there'd be no
Okay.
point. I give it our disparities in knitting tensions. Like that bulky you're knitting.
Mhm.
What gauge and what needle do you have?
I think I have a 6.
I don't know what that is in millimeters.
6 millimeters, 6 millimeter.
6 millimeters? I was like, dude, I'm Canadian. Speak in millimeters.
Yeah, oh yeah, millimeters. I have no idea what the US size is. Yeah, it'll
See,
be
on a bulky,
millimeter. Yeah,
I would probably be closer to an 8 millimeter.
yeah, because you're
Because
really, really tight.
I'm really tight compared to you. So like I don't think our needle sizes are actually gonna be that far off.
Maybe not. Because I knit loose, so I always have to go
But
smaller.
yeah, whereas I'm almost always going bigger. So like we might be pretty darn close to the same needle size.
Okay,
So that makes it a roughly even race, even though I'm working in a lighter weight yarn.
okay.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see.
Yeah. Not a finish, people. Not in a month. I have
Oh,
I have an
makes me
intern to
sick.
train. I have bigger Saskatchewan next week. It's the underside of Hades sack outside. I don't want to do nothing right now. I want to lounge. I tried to convince my sister to make me brownies today. It backfired. It's just not happening. I don't
You don't want to have the stove turned on in this heat.
know when I have a stove turned on. I've got a live on Sunday. I'm still doing a bunch of my own work stuff in the background.
Okay, well, I'm fine with progress. We'll just see. We'll get it started.
Progress. I think we need to check in at the end of month 1 and see how we did to have an idea of what's going on.
So where
Because
we
like super duper everything aligns right and a god farts out their left butt cheek only. I'm like halfway done, and that's so not going to happen. I'll be lucky if I'm done the first section. By the end of the month, I will be very lucky. If I'm like, guys, look, I might be able to add color 3 soon.
see, and I'm feeling that this whole thing of not saying a finish, I just like feel like this like no weight, no expectation, and then
Yeah.
I think maybe I'll just finish it because I wasn't supposed to.
Yeah. Where it's like, I'm
Don't
also
hold
doing,
me, don't
I'm
hold me
doing
to
a
that,
sweater.
anybody.
Well, I've got secret crafting with Diana. We've got the capelet race going on in the background.
Yeah.
Quietly.
Yeah.
I'm also Diana's test knitting the Stego sweater because she
Oh,
loves dinosaurs. Like she is a dinosaur. We own dinosaur sweatshirts. We are a dino fan.
yeah.
So I challenged her to a race because she's notorious for not getting her test knits done on time. And I wanted an excuse to cast on the Nightshade Society sweater.
Uh-huh.
So I still have secret crafting to do till Sunday, and then I get new secret crafting. So I'm already running 2 secret crafting projects and a sweater race. And Asa challenged me to a sock duel. So I'm trying to finish a sock too. And I got Stash Dash, and then we've got a cast on the 20th for the summer solstice. Like heavens, I'm done the spring equinox knitting. I got a lot.
Okay,
36 scheduled things.
We'll stick with progress then.
I'm going to put a P on that project. Progress.
Progress. All right.
Yes. Which, I mean, legit, if all we do is get a cast on done, it counts, people.
Okay, that's fair. And so we'll see if Nikki's going to knit along with us, and if anybody else wants to join in,
There's
just
so much hair.
tag us on Instagram so we can see what you're working on.
Absolutely. I'd love to see your colors in your projects. I'm interested. I want to know.
So yeah, I'm gonna figure out mine if I'll do it as a new start or maybe it'll just be an extra new start this week. We will see.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see.
So I was drinking some decaf Vietnamese coffee. So good. Iced decaf coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Oh yes, where everybody's trying to let Diane know about all the podcasts. So yes,
We
Monday.
shall inundate you with words.
I know.
Words.
Jocelyn and I a lot on YouTube throughout the week.
Yes, it's not difficult to track us down.
Northern Nets podcast, Fiber Friends, and Wildflower World. Yeah. Well, you guys, okay, Jocelyn's already past 9 o'clock, but you don't have Critical Role because that was last
That was
night.
yesterday.
Yeah, so, but.
And
yeah,
it's past 8 for me because I am an hour behind you.
that's right. Yes.
So I still have another hour before I can make brownies anyway. I'm going for the temp to come down.
That's right. Oh,
I'm making brownies because I want brownies and walnuts. I've
there
made
you
a
go.
decision. I want
Like a
it.
perfect snack.
Guys, I've been perfectly vegetarian all week. I've been very good. I stuck to my things. It's because I'm out of pineapple ice cream. I had pineapple, coconut, walnut ice cream. So you had the pineapple ice, and it's from the Marble Slab Creamery. And I paid because I got the regular lactose ice cream. And I know I'm not supposed to have it, whatever, who cares? I had the pineapple ice cream, and then I had the coconut, shredded coconut, and I had walnut pieces put in it. Oh, yes. Makes me so happy. And I roasted, which sounds weird, I roasted carrots to make pretend lox to go on top of my tofu cream cheese for breakfast. It's thinly sliced carrots, so it mimics the salmon lox, which you put on bagels. And I make tofu cream cheese because it's cheaper than cashew cream cheese because cashews be expensive these days.
Yeah, I bet.
Nuts weren't cheap to start with. It's not gotten better. But I like the tofu variant, and I can make a big batch of it. So I have tofu cream cheese, which is great if you're, say, traveling in the car next week for like 8 hours. You can still wrap yourself up a nice bagel witch. You make a vegan bagel and you stick it in the car in one of those little lunch baggies, and it's perfectly good to eat hours later because there's nothing in there that isn't fine at room temperature. Because there's no eggs, there's no dairy, there's no meat. The things you have to watch out for.
Sounds like a good plan.
Then we can have lunch on the road. Lunch.
What is your dishcloth count, Sam?
Ooh, yes. Because the goal was to be around 100 sometime in July, right? Because you wanted to do 200 for the year.
Yeah, so. I don't
Were
know.
we in like the low 60s on Monday?
Yeah, 65.
Yeah, 62, 65, somewhere in there. Am I misremembering? I could be misremembering. Folks, I could be misremembering.
Well, let's see. Yeah, does anybody want to guess? Maybe this is how we'll end tonight. We can see
numbers are hard.
a few guesses for Sam's dishcloth, and then we'll wrap it up, and then everybody can carry on with their night.
Absolutely.
Stay cool, get a nice cold drink, and I'm just going to move from one chair to another and pull up Netflix, and I'm going to carry on.
Well, back to the couch. That's where the AC unit is.
Yep.
Back to the couch. And wait till I can turn on the oven for some brownies.
Yeah. And I'm gonna open up some windows. Hopefully,
maybe I'll make some soda bread tonight, because then I'm gonna have soda bread toast tomorrow morning for breakfast. If I do soda bread and brownies at the same time, like if I've already got the oven on, it's the same temperature almost. Do the brownies, pull the brownies out, up the oven temp a little bit, toss the soda bread in it.
You might as well make use of it. Yeah.
If I'm gonna have it on, I might as well use it while I'm making heat. Yeah. Then I can have soda bread toast and soda bread on the side with my salad for lunch. That'll work well.
So Sam, I said 65. Nancy,
I said 60, 62.
You said 60, 62. Nancy said 68. Sally said 90.
Woo, Sally.
70. So, okay, Sam, type in what are you at, or what do you think you're close to? Diane says 65.
Because July 1st is the middle of the year, and if you want 200, you want to be around 100 by July 1st. So, roughly, because again, obviously, if you're not at 100, that's fine. You still have half a year.
Yeah.
It's if you need to take time off for your wrist, you still got a lot of wiggle room.
So we'll see if Sam is going to type us in a comment here.
I need to crochet that mushroom head Venus doll.
Oh, 54, Katie says. What did we, yeah, that is, yeah, what Sam gives a lot of them away. I know that.
Yeah.
Um, I know she was donating them to, well, her mom's workplace. She took some in there and her mom was giving them away to coworkers.
Okay.
And then there was, we have a resource center, like a community resource center, where our knitting group is. There's, it's a hub for people who are new to the country.
Okay.
So there's a lot of resources there, for people who have just moved. So Sam was donating some things there for people to, you
It's
know,
always been my next goal with the business is to be big enough to be able to have a personal assistant
mhm.
to mitigate the vision issues. And I've always, when I get there, I'm absolutely hiring a woman who is a refugee. I'm absolutely
Um,
hiring someone like that.
somebody who needs a job. Yeah. So
Who wants to work, who wants to learn, who wants to
yeah.
do these things. It's like you can teach everything if you're willing to learn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is Sam here? Maybe Sam's gone already.
Hmm,
Well,
possible.
maybe we'll just have to,
We'll find out on Monday.
we'll find out on Monday or maybe tomorrow morning if she's around on the Fiber Friends. Sam, you're gonna, this
Yeah.
meeting is in suspense.
The one place you won't find me because my Saturday mornings are my social media free time.
That's right. So,
Yep.
well, then we'll see you Monday night.
I'll be in the chat.
Oh, fantastic. So thanks everybody for joining us. This has been a great Friday night. And have a great weekend. Get lots
I'm gonna
of
go look at vintage patterns. I need to find a vintage pattern.
I know vintage patterns. I'm pretty excited about that. So Cheryl and I'll be talking about that. I'll be convincing Cheryl. We'll see how
That
that
is
goes.
not my job.
And we're drawing winners tomorrow morning. So,
Ooh, good luck, everyone.
have not closed the lace over in the Fiber Friends Ravelry thread. So
You should probably do that.
if you haven't posted your picture, your finished project, you still have, a few minutes to go get that in real quick. And then, yeah, I'll close it tonight. So, and then we'll pick some winners tomorrow. So that's always fun. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Jocelyn and I will be back in a couple of weeks. And
Not next Thursday, but the Thursday after. I think June's a regular sized month, right?
so we'll just be regular on our every other rotation.
They should, yeah.
And then that's just a regular chit chat. So that'll be fun. All right.
Beautiful.
Good stuff. Oh, Nikki, that's great. You finished your lace shell out of hand spun. Wow.
Absolutely.
Gorgeous. All right. Well, everybody, thanks for visiting with us. And we will see you all next week if I can figure out what I need to do here.
Quick, find the end button.
Oh, there we go. Found it. I pushed the button. I'm like, what? That gave me a lot of weird options. Okay. Bye, everybody. We'll see.